Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einer weiteren Folge Doki Doki Italy Club. In der letzten Folge ging es um Spinnen, Raccoons, Emotionen, Guilty Pleasures. Einzelne Wörter für eine Beschreibung einer Situation finde ich super.
Das stimmt.
Sätze sind überbewertet.
Sätze werden definitiv, ja.
Auf jeden Fall. Ich habe mich eingesaut. Langsam trocknet das schon, wer weiß. Vielleicht ist es in 2 Wochen für euch komplett getrocknet. Für mich halt dann nur 4 Folgen. Oder so muss man
in 2 Wochen.
In 2 Wochen ist dieses T-Shirt, was ich immer noch anhabe, getrocknet. Ja, nee, okay. Genau, wir haben gerade mit Juri darüber gesprochen, dass sie einen Raccoon gegessen hat. Das glaubt auf jeden Fall Laurens.
Das weiß ich. Das ist ja also das hat sie im Prinzip
Vielleicht finden wir das noch raus.
Sie hat es gestanden.
That's interesting. To me, she seems like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. Ah, guck mal da, sie denkt über Natsuki. Natsuki und Yuri haben scheinbar echt eine schwierige Beziehung. Aber beide sind sich eigentlich sehr ähnlich.
Ja, ich glaube...
Beide haben Guilty Pleasures. Meinst du, die kommen zusammen? Oder was wolltest du sagen? Warum lachst du?
Ich wollte was
Warum lachst du?
Ich wollte was anderes sagen.
Findest du das ein abnormal?
Nein. Das habe ich nicht gesagt. Jetzt habe ich vergessen, was es ist. Doch, ich wollte sagen, ich glaube, Yuri mag Raccoons ein bisschen lieber als Natsuki. Aber
sie tötet ja auch Raccoons.
Sie isst die, deswegen mag sie die sehr gerne.
Ach so, du meinst, okay, ich hab's verstanden. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. I already told her. Einfach schon am Schicken.
I texted her. Don't worry, I have no reason to.
Aber bald.
Until you give me a reason.
Ja, das habe ich jetzt auch gedacht. So als drücken wir das schon mal so benutzen. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now. Ranting? Das hört sich doch nach ein Fall für Google-Übersetzer an. Oder weißt du, was das heißt, zufälligerweise?
I might be ranting. Keine Ahnung.
Schimpfen. I might be ranting a little bit now. Ich schimpfe jetzt irgendwas. Also sie sagt so, bereite dich darauf vor, ich werde jetzt wahrscheinlich ein bisschen fluchen. Fuck die Scheiße. But I'm glad that you're a good listener.
Für das Fluch.
Okay, everyone. We're all reading each other. We're all done reading each other poems, right? I have something extra planned for today. Was mir gerade aufgefallen ist. Wenn die tauschen doch die Poems untereinander aus, ne?
Das ist richtig.
Hat Natsuki und Yuri, die haben doch auch ihre Poems untereinander ausgetauscht, oder nicht? Wir müssen die doch wissen, dass sie über dasselbe Thema geschrieben haben.
Vielleicht haben wir das nach uns erst getauscht.
Tja, vielleicht, das kann sein.
Oder vielleicht lesen alle nur mein Poem.
Wie?
Alle lesen mein Poem und ich glaube, die von allen lesen.
Ja, aber das ist ja Quatsch, die machen das ja
untereinander nicht.
Nee, ich glaube, die haben auch mal erwähnt, dass die untereinander das auch machen. Das machen sie auf jeden Fall, das wäre sonst dumm. Aber ich glaube schon, dass sie es nehmen. Aber vielleicht zeigen die auch andere Poems so. Die zeigen so, Natsuki zeigt dir ein anderes Poem, wie sie Yuri zeigt. Yuri kriegt einfach nur das, wo drauf steht, I hate you. I hate you. You're stupid. Oh, nice poem.
So
ja, nee, das ist nicht direkt auf dich bezogen. Das hat voll das Meaning. Ja,
das ist eine Metapher.
I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival?
Oh nein, das Festival.
Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days.
Stimmt.
We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. Stell dir vor, ihr kriegt neue Members und dann sind das jung. Das wäre ja schlecht für dich.
Das wäre voll kacke. Wir wollen das nicht. Stopp.
Halt, stopp. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparation. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Roboter mode activated. We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters and I've designed some templates we can give out during the event.
Okay, that's great and all,
but I don't really want to do that. But that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Davon hat Sayuri schon mal erzählt.
Ja, das hat Sayuri schon erzählt.
Performing! Monica. Yeah, we are. Oh God, Roboter. Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to receive during the event. Das hört sich mir computermäßig an. But the coolest part is, we're also going to let anyone else come out and recite poems too. Weil jeder auch so zufälligerweise, oh ja, da kann ich ja bei der Gelegenheit, ich habe ja gerade zufällig auch ein Poem dabei.
Hab ich dabei.
Kann ich jetzt hier kurz vortragen einmal.
Das wollte ich schon immer mal machen.
Sarah is putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Oh. Das hat es quasi, was sie gesagt hat, irgendwie ein bisschen annulliert. Die können sich vorbereiten.
Ja.
Da ist sie. Die kam letzte Folge überhaupt nicht vor.
Stimmt, kam sie wirklich nicht.
Das ist die Erzählerstimme.
Okay. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see.
Are you kidding me, Monica? It's fucking ugly. Ugly as poster. You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you?
Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea?
Well, no. It's not a bad idea, but it's a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to performing in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that.
Imagining it, Yuri shares her head in shakes her head in fear.
Guys.
No, Sayori.
No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared the poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. Not robots, people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I am sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only one responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what Italy is all about. Oh Gott. Ich will Sayuri Stimme auch mal so machen, aber eigentlich hat sie ja so eine so eine happy Stimme. Yeah.
It's about oppressing your feelings. Being intimidated with yourself. Finding new horizons. Eat cupcakes and having fun.
That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Ja genau, wegen diesen Gründen sind wir auch in den Club gekommen.
Ah, okay.
Nein, das stimmt nicht. Wir sind wegen den Girls hier. Soll dir mittlerweile klar sein. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you here in the first place. You know you do. I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and receiving a poem, then I know you can do it.
Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. Ich will das nicht sagen.
Das musst du. Willst du mit diesem süßen Mädchen Zeit verbringen? Oder
I agree.
Okay, sehr gut.
I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit.
But only if the members are girls. Das ist die Voraussetzung.
Sweet girls.
Yeah, beautiful girls, of course.
Well, maybe, but...
It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left.
Ooh, okay, fine. I guess I just have to get it over with.
Alright. Pew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Der übelste Druck.
Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else, expectant.
Faces. Faces. Das können wir googeln.
Was?
Ich glaube, erwartungsvoll ist mein Tipp.
Aber das könnte sein, ja.
Oh, Alter! Englisch! Englisch! Guck mal. Nicht schlecht. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. Nach der Aussage. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Alles klar. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on the main event. Onto the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice receiving them in front of each other.
No way!
Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't receive your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable.
Can I go next?
Of course. Now, let's see.
Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium.
The title of this poem is The Way They Fly.
Monica begins reciting
her poem, also performen quasi.
Ja. Her clear, confident voice fills the room.
I am very confident. Oops.
More than that, her inflection is pristine.
Das ist ihr Auftreten, ist super. Aber ich glaube nicht, das ist die komplette Übersetzung.
Okay.
Aber welches Wort wollen wir davon googeln?
Pristine.
Okay. Das sollte eigentlich beides klären wahrscheinlich. Pristine. Makellos. Also wahrscheinlich dann ihr Auftreten ist natürlich makellos, weil sie ist über deine Liga.
She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life.
Oh my god, it's alive!
Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the genau das.
Reception? Ihr Poem. Sie finisht ihr Poem. Whatever.
The four of us applaud.
Toll.
Monica takes the breath and smiles.
That was so good, Monica.
Ahahaha, thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? Oh, I'll go next.
Wow, Yuri's filled up all of a sudden.
Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up.
I'm going to fucking do it.
Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium.
This poem is called
Yuri anxiously glanced at each of us.
Alter.
Was auch immer das bedeuten mag. Anxiously. Besorgt.
Besorgt? Ach so, ja, sie besorgt. So nach dem Motto so, mache ich alles richtig?
You can do it, Yuri.
It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye.
Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem.
Shakes.
Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort?
Das will dich beeindrucken, Alter.
Bestimmt. As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes.
Vielleicht hat sie einfach ein schlechtes Gewissen wegen dem Raccoon,
Bestimmt.
den sie gegessen hat. Ihre Voice hat sich verändert.
It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books.
Und die von ihren Büchern absorbiert wird. So ein Lichtstrahl.
Das liegt daran, dass sie den Raccoon gegessen hat, bestimmt. Her... Was ist das denn? Quivering words transform into the sharp sails of Ferris and confident woman.
Okay, das ist einfach so. Die ist quasi jetzt wie wenn sie Buch liest, sie ist dann einfach
in ihrem Element.
in ihrer Welt und dann kann sie einfach performen, ohne es zu wissen, weißt du? Dann kann sie einfach richtig klar wie eine Confidence Woman sprechen.
Ah, the poem is full of twists and turns and
der Gute war der Böse und der Böse war der Gute.
in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head.
Ihr anderes Ich.
Suddenly, she finished. Everyone is stunned.
Weil sie eine Granate geworfen hat.
Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation.
Das ist der übelste Held die ganze Zeit wieder.
I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward and we give Yuri the
Upload mode activated.
She deserves.
Upload mode activated und Natsuki. Super. Wir können klatschen.
It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her.
Ja.
But we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat.
Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. I would give it a 10 out of 10.
Looks like Yuri is down for the count.
Okay, I guess I'm next then.
Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium.
Dum-de-dum-de-dum. This one is called My Meadow. Ah. Sorry, I giggled.
Sayori!
It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily?
Try not to think of it like you're reciting it to other people. Think of them, they're like have no underwear. They're all in their underwear, sitting here. Und dann zeigen die das Bild davon.
Bestimmt lacht. Bestimmt lacht sie dann nicht.
Imaginate you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. Ohne Wörter. It's your poem, so it'll come out of the best. Out of the best that way. Ach, okay, es kommt so kommt es am besten rüber.
I see. Okay then.
Sayori begins her poem. Somehow, it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet.
Das ist also eher so ein Sad-Poem. Du hast ja schon mal gelernt, dass sie auch so traurige Sachen mag.
Ja.
Was Heiter. Heiter? Das ist aber nichts Schlimmes, oder?
Heiter und bittersüß. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew
Through and through. Also ja, durch und durch.
Ja. Sayori finishes and we applaud.
Exquisit. Exquisiter, bittersweeter Poem. I did it!
Good job, Sayori.
Even G liked it. Ist ja nicht so, als G, dass du alles andere von ihr auch magst.
Ja, irgendwie
eigentlich hast du
schon.
alles von irgendwann. I guess that's a good sign.
What does that even mean?
I guess. It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of you where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. Oops. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you are reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Then next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? You know? Okay. Now, who is next? Natsuki?
Don't make me go for G. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let G lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Fucking G!
Natsuki!
It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terrible awkward.
Terrible awake. Boah, jetzt bin ich nicht wach.
I recite my poem.
Gibt es eigentlich Mädchen mit pinken und lilanen Irissen, Alter?
Die haben Kontaktlinsen drin.
Okay. Vor allem passen das immer zu den Haaren irgendwie. Also hier auf jeden Fall. Hier nicht. Hier auch nicht. Also eigentlich zur Hälfte immer nur.
50%
Immer all.
der Augen passen zu den Haaren. Since I'm not exactly confident with my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it.
Lädst du auf. Ja. Despite
that, once I finished, I receive applause anyway.
Oh, ganz nice.
Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else.
Don't worry about it so much. It's okay if you suck. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that will improve over time though.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki.
Yeah. I'm going.
Natsuki.
What? Alter, das wird so schon gut. Kannst du schon mal live weiterlesen?
Begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
Alter. Widerwillig. Guck dir das Wort an, wie ups, oder? Okay, da. Ey, das lass ich mir
Begrudgingly.
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 Nice, Alter.
Natsuki
Widerwillig.
begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
The poem is called. It's called. Why are you all looking at me?
Because you're presenting.
Anyway, the poem's called Jump.
Oh, der ist bestimmt super, der Poem. Aber den werden wir nicht zu hören kriegen.
Natsuki takes a breath.
Jump!
Das war's.
Why aren't you guys jumping?
Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthusiastic, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it.
Enthusiastisch, glaube ich. Also wie
Unenthusiastic.
Enthusiastisch, genau.
It's Natsuki's trademark style and it works surprisingly well when surprisingly.
Ja, surprisingly. Das war schon richtig.
Okay.
Überraschend.
When, ich hab nur Wörter, ich hab mich verlesen. Well, when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down and as if given life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat.
Nachher wird man immer demotivierter. Das ist immer so, der Letzte, der kriegt am wenigsten halt, ne? Und man kann halt auch nicht mehr so.
Stimmt.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
Easy for you to say.
Ey, ich müsste lügen, wenn ich sage, dass mir es nicht gefällt, Natsuki zu sprechen.
Easy for you to say. Yeah, you better not make me do that again.
Ah, well. Do you at least feel prepared enough? Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite the poem in front of other people?
I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I could put on whatever face I want for other people. Like, not for G because I hate G, but then it's just my friend. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing.
That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me.
Well, that's just how it is, so...
Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that all of you have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making templates, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting.
Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead.
That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already presently surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Happy program. It makes me happy. Do you want to date? Or kiss a little bit? Du hast sowieso nicht die Wahl dazu.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, I kicked your side. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday is the big day. I can't wait! I can do this. I can do this. I can do this.
Alright.
A raccoon. I stand up. Ah, das bist du.
I stand up.
I stand up.
There's no way I'd be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. if it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica,
Das Wichtigste.
of course, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayari?
Yep.
Look at you two, always going home together like that.
It's kind of adorable, isn't it?
Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it.
It must be a little nice though.
Well,
We can all go home together.
how I'm supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, G. You don't have to say it. That it sucks.
Whatever. Let's go already.
Und wir goen in der nächsten Folge. Das war's für diese Folge. Wir haben heute sehr viel vorgetragen und gelernt.
Das stimmt.
Wir haben sehr viel vorgetragen und wir haben zwar keinen Inhalt gesehen von den Poems,
Eigentlich gar kein. Nee, stimmt.
aber lernt man ein bisschen mehr Leute wieder kennen, ne? Ein kleines Auffrischen, was die Persönlichkeiten nochmal waren, ne? Damit du dich gleich auch richtig entscheiden kannst, weil du musst ja wieder ein Poem schreiben, deine Lieblingsbeschäftigung. Wir bedanken uns auf jeden Fall bei euch fürs Zuschauen und sehen uns in der nächsten Folge. Bis dann, ciao.